Welcome to the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, home to the Toledo Rockets. A full house is in store, and so too a terrific matchup in this one. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of AAC squads. As we'll see, the Florida International Panthers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Toledo Rockets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Got a man. It's Lang. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, FIU. What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Looking for room at the 40. Turns it on down the left side. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Toledo. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down here for the offense. They move the tight end all over. From the gun, running back gets to give. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They're going to ride this running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. White going to attack through the air. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass. FIU will line up to punt.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Rockets offense is back on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tight. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
This is a third and long. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's looking on the right side. And he's got it at the 30. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Quick toss. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Rockets. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Quickly to the tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. White wants to throw it. Got the quick pass. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Panthers are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. This offense has a second down play. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he makes the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Lang. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Makes him talk to the hand. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the running back from the shotgun. The Rockets are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Toledo! They'll try to add another to their lead.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Florida International, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Quick strike complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Leaves it with the back. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. White going to attack through the air. He makes the connection. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. FIU mounting a threat in the red zone. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTEP has dug itself a hole today, and I don't think they're climbing out of that puppy. Huge interest in this game, and they have rolled over. They're trailing by 14 to Louisiana Tech. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Snagged in the middle. It's Lang. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. After the short completion, it's now second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Rockets have it with a 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. Past the 25. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Throws to the tight end. And that ball is picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Going over the top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Quarterback extends the play. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Rockets will boot it away to start the second half.
36, set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. These corners going to give them some space. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Now from the 40, it's first and 10. The give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up second and 9.
Gain of 1. Second down.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. White wants to throw it. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down. Find some fresh air. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. FIU set up with another first down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he finds some solid space, makes enough. The defense is able to stop him.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a first down for FIU.
Offensively, and are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. He's looking to throw. Back open in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Panthers will have it first and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
In this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Feeling nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
On 3rd and forever, let's test his arm strength. And that one is right on target if his target was the first throw.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The Rockets offense is back on the field. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low, and the offense.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
White going to attack through the air. Takes the easy completion. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
FIU mounting a threat in the red zone. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a gut punch, especially for the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, a pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Liberty has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up 14 over UConn. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. He's got a head of steam. Boy, he is hard to bring down. Leaves it with the running back.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Toledo 21, Florida International 20.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rockets.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone is Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
White wants to throw it. He lofts one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things. Like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Runs through a tackle. Inside the 35. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The carry goes to a wide receiver. He's brought down at the 18.
FIU mounting a threat in the red zone. They keep attacking through the air. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. Runs through the tackle. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. On the option. Now the toss. Across the 25, he's got room. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
Great tough running by the running back, low to the ground, continues to drive his legs and push the pile to get that first down.
That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Timeout, Florida International.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33.
Let's go. Now we got ourselves a ball game. This one looked like it was almost over. In the 2-minute situation, get a few first downs, walk out of here with a W. No, sir. Defense forces the turnover. Offense, it's your turn.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. White going to attack through the air. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida International.
And this is obviously a no-brainer. Great job by the offense, great execution. Inside of 2 minutes, you got to go for 2. You got to dial up this play, try to tie this football game up. What's your favorite 2-point play? Dial it up, and let's tie this game up.
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. He's not going to get there. The defense coming up with a big stop to hold on to this 2-point lead deep in the 4th. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus it